Okay, very good evening to each one of you. So hope my voice is pretty clear. If you have any issues with my voice, raise your hand, then we can correct it. I guess no issues with my voice. Okay, so Jyoti, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good. So let us kickstart our discussion. So why don't you introduce yourself?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so um, hi, my name is Jyoti, and I have a master degree from India.
Mm-hmm.
I started my career as a manual tester, and
Mm-hmm.
after that, I was going in the automation with the QTP tool,
Mm-hmm.
and then my first job I did in the Wells Fargo Bank, like as a QA tester, online banking application,
Mm-hmm.
and like in my 6 years job career, I worked on various different type of platforms, different browsers, different operating system,
Mm-hmm.
and I did the application developed in Java, C++, C Sharp, .NET,
Mm-hmm.
etc. Like
Okay.
as a QA tester, I review the documents and come up with the writing and executing test cases. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And whereas like different type of testing is concerned, I have performed in black box testing like functional testing, integration, regression, positive, negative, smoke, sanity, like load, performance testing, etc.
Oh, okay.
And after that, I have logged defects and then in the QC. And defects are fixed, then it is like retest it and then pass. If passed, then I closed it. If it is failed, then I reopen it.
Okay.
This is the procedure.
Okay. So what you have been using for manual testing in your projects?
For manual testing, I am using like the um, black box testing. In black box testing, like regression testing, integration testing, system testing, sanity testing, the in the like smoke testing, stress testing, positive, negative type of testing.
Not really. What I'm trying to understand is, was there any tool or any methodology that you have used for your manual testing?
For manual testing, I'm using QC,
Okay,
Quality Center,
which version?
10, version 10.
Okay. So what do you really see when you open QC?
When I open the QC, I am just like looking at the first, there is a fourth tab in that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the like first tab is like the requirement
Okay.
module and the test plan.
Mm-hmm.
After that, the defect test lab and then the defect tab. And
Okay.
it's like 4 tabs in QC, but there is other more too. But I am working on this tab mostly. Usually, I'm
Okay.
working on these 4 tabs.
Okay. And you started your career with a manual profile and then eventually matured yourself onto automation, I believe, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So what you are using for your automation stuff?
I'm using QTP
Which version?
version 10.
Okay.
10.
Okay. So which framework you are using for your project automations?
Like I am using the framework is like the hybrid framework.
What exactly happens in hybrid?
In hybrid, like 2 types of framework together is combination of data driven and the other framework.
Okay, so can you explain like what exactly you have done taking one requirement and what is the framework you used and how it I just need to understand. Can you walk me through?
Yeah, in the like I worked in the framework first. But, in the data-driven framework, like I wrote the function and
Let me put it this way. So, what is the domain of your last project?
my domain
What was your last project? For which client?
is a the Wells Fargo Bank.
Okay. So let me take this particular thing as an example. For Wells Fargo, I just need user to be logged in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really
Okay.
complicate the requirement by taking like account balance and all. My requirement is
Mm-hmm.
pretty simple. I have a list of user IDs and passwords. Okay, in an Excel sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
and it is like 100 user IDs and 100 passwords. Okay.
Okay.
I need to ensure whether this particular login application to Wells Fargo is working fine by entering the user ID and password, and based on the data that I am giving in, it should let me in or it should throw me out. Okay, this is my requirement.
Mm-hmm.
So ideally, if I want to test this manually, I need to test by either I need to deploy 100 people and ask them to enter this user ID and password and then see what happens. That is one way. Other way is I myself sit and then enter all these user ID and passwords one by one, and maybe I'll have to
Mm-hmm.
do 100 submits. Okay. So this is what I see have to do with manual, but I see it's a bit challenging, and I need you to automate this so that I can save a lot more time here. So let me know whatever be the framework you are going to use, how you are going to automate this particular requirement and test it for me.
It's like I am writing data-driven framework. For
Okay.
that one, write all the 100 username and the is password and username in the Excel sheet,
Mm-hmm.
and I export the Excel sheet over there.
Mm-hmm.
And another way I can use like parameterize in the data table. I
Mm-hmm.
will write that I will export that Excel sheet in the data table there is. So I will parameterize this one, write the script, and then it
Mm-hmm.
will be we
So where
can
exactly your
automate.
hybrid framework is coming into play here?
Yeah, hybrid will be like I am using in the like data driven framework that one like the simple simple the framework
So basically
like
here you will
combination
be deploying only
data driver and
data driven framework,
uh,
right? And there's no way I see a hybrid framework being used here.
okay, so in the hybrid framework I will write the function in one way. One other way I can use it like write the function in the function library and
Mm-hmm.
then write the script for that one.
Okay. Have you ever heard about object repository?
Yeah,
What it is?
it is like object repository is a object is object and this properties recording in the object repository.
Oh, okay.
We can add objects over here in the object repository also.
Okay. So what were your deliverables in your projects? All your previous projects? What exactly you are giving back to your client?
Giving back to client means in the execution like this in the client if I give that there is this summary report and like how many pass, how many fail, that one you mean?
No, how much experience you have?
Oh, I have 6 years
6 years,
experience.
right? So all the 6 years you have been spending quite a good amount of time in your office, right? So you
Yeah,
might be
in
going
the
in and coming out, right? So do you, on a given day or in a given project, what exactly you were quantifying or what exactly you were doing and documenting? Were you giving something back to your project lead or your team lead or to the client? So what were your deliverables as part of the work you are doing?
I will give it to QA leads.
Yeah, what you are giving? That is what I am interested.
Oh, so what I did it right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will write as a QA tester. In my previous project,
Hmm.
I was going in the office at that time.
Hmm.
I was like reading, but review the all requirements and everything, and then after that um, test project they write the test planning, and test planning is doing the my lead, and then after that I was writing test cases, review the documents, and then after when it will be the um, it will like pass. After that it will, they approved it, then I will write the test cases
Oh, okay.
and execute that.
Okay.
But after that log the logs and everything.
Oh, okay. So what was your project methodology? What is your life cycle of the project you are working for?
I'm working for manual tester and like that.
No, is it
Are
a
you
what?
asking?
No, what is the project model? How it operates? Is it an agile or a waterfall or we?
Oh, in the QTP I was working in automation tool.
Yeah, I just want to know what is the project life cycle, how it goes. Like,
Oh,
is it a waterfall model or V model or
yes,
agile?
like it's agile method.
What happens in agile?
Agile, there is a scrum meeting in the agile, and agile is a
Scrum. What is Scrum?
scrum is like agile process. There is a iterative and incremental process in the scrum, and it is like a team-based approach in the scrum,
Hmm.
and it will, there is a scrum meeting. In the scrum there is a meeting will be start exactly same time,
Hmm.
and in scrum they have the like team size also, they have some fixed
Hmm.
size,
Hmm.
and in this meeting the like everyone can allow, but only product owner, scrum master, and the team members, they can speak. Only they can speak, and the other users, stakeholders, managers, the other person cannot speak in the meeting.
So, have you ever
And
participated in Scrum meeting?
yeah, yes,
So, you were a
we have
silent audience
every
there.
day. We have every day the meeting, and if
So,
anybody coming late, they give the, like team will give the punishment for that one.
so every day you participate and you don't have any word to say, right? So, how does it make sense? Like, if you are
No,
participating in your Scrum meeting without talking?
no, I can say team member can talk over there in the Scrum meeting, but
But
users, stakeholders, and they are not talking over there in the Scrum meeting.
oh, you have users there?
Yes.
Hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
users also uh, attend it if he want, but not every day there is a user. Sometimes if they allow, then users can come
Mm-hmm.
over there.
Okay. So have you ever executed your test cases, whatever you design?
So what are the for
No,
the
my question is
design?
pretty simple. Have you ever executed the test cases, whatever you design?
Yeah. Uh,
Okay, what
I
happens
designed
when?
like
Yeah.
I designed the test case design document and the but I am just test case writing and executing, not the design the test case over there.
Okay. So assume you wrote the test cases, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you are going to execute them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what happens when you execute your test cases?
When I execute test cases,
Yeah.
some test cases is pass and other whichever not pass,
Mm-hmm.
then I will log the bug in the QC, and then
Where exactly
if
in QC?
the developer, huh?
Where exactly in QC you log a bug?
In the defect tab.
Okay. Okay. Then, so you logged a bug. Then what happens?
Yeah, and after that, developer fixed it. If he said that not it is not bug, then it will be the uh, coming return to me, and I will check it. If it's like valid bug or anything, then
Mm-hmm.
developer will reject it. Then
Mm-hmm.
I will check it. If it's valid or the real it will be bug,
Mm-hmm.
then I will again reopen it.
Okay. If it's not valid?
And uh, yeah, if it's not valid, then it will be the withdraw. No, it will be the if it's not valid, then it will be the closed it.
Okay. So this is good for defects which are not valid, right? So assume like you logged few defects and the developer has fixed the defect. So what happens for that? You talked about bad, right? Let us talk something on good. So you logged a defect and then few he has, I mean, I understand when it's an invalid, he's rejecting. Let us talk about the other defects which he is fixing. What happens to those defects?
So developer fix it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If he fix it, then it will be the close.
Okay. So in every defect the developer is fixing, you will close it.
Yeah.
There is no scenario that it's not working fine when he has fixed it.
Yeah. I will check it. If it's anything wrong or everything is fine, then I will close that one.
Okay. If everything is not fine, what you do that for that?
Then I will be like again reopen it.
Okay. How many test cases you were executing per day?
Per day I will write executing 4 to 5 test cases.
Oh, okay. It's for manual or automation?
Manual.
How about automation?
Automation. Yeah, automation is around like I can it's faster, so around 20 to 25 test cases
Okay.
every day, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So what types of testings you are aware of?
Mm, like regression testing, integration testing, like acceptance testing, smoke testing, stress testing, load testing, the like performance testing. More it is positive, negative testing, system testing,
What is regression?
UAT, yeah, regression testing. Oh, I mean to say regression testing. What?
Yeah, what exactly you
Regress
do in regression and why you are doing that?
yeah. Mm, like regression testing is like a testing the selective retesting of the software or application anything to check the like default uh, uh, to like deduct the fault introduction during the like modification of the application.
Mm-hmm.
And in regression testing it's why it's doing because
Well,
the
let us talk about regression and then move on to other types of testing. So, can you repeat why we are doing regression testing?
yeah, uh, regression testing is doing because the um, like it is a it is manual and automation both type of testing. So in regression testing we can check after the like new release or after the like checking the all the test cases if something adding new things or anything coming, then we have to do again retesting for that one. And because there is a, if you add some features or something in the your script or anywhere, then it's something will be broken or something happens. So we have to do regression testing for that.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I am here. Yeah. And you said smoke testing and sanity, right?
Yeah.
So it looks same to me. What exactly is making them different?
Yeah, it's almost same. Smoke testing is like to check there is a critical functionalities or the working is fine or anything in the smoke testing. And the sanity testing, there is a it will be the check only the functionality check over there,
Mm-hmm.
and bugs have been fixed over there in the sanity testing too.
Okay.
And the smoke testing is the subset of regression testing. And sanity is like we can like doing acceptance testing of subset of this one.
Okay.
Smoke test.
Have you ever used a database?
Yes.
How do you rate yourself on a scale of 10?
Uh, right now, I'm not ready, but if I can like 5.
Okay. Mm, what is your project hierarchy? I mean, where do you fit in your project?
In the manual testing,
No, what I'm saying is, in your project there might be other people working with you, right? Your lead and all, right? So can you tell me what
Uh-huh.
is the hierarchy?
Yeah, it's a first is like the product owner, then
Okay,
the developer, lead, and then tester.
okay. How big is your team?
Like 12, 12 people.
Okay, fine. So what was your biggest challenge?
Like my biggest challenge is like I am challenging like requirement is my biggest challenge. In that, mm, like if the requirement one time in my company, my last project, there is a changing the requirement
Mm-hmm.
of the like in the form there is a email address, they change it. So at that time the BRD in the like business requirement document, there is not signing on. So after that I called the like meeting with the BA business analyst and the QA lead, and then after that I explained that this is my problem here. You not I explained the problem that you not here the sign it this paper. So after that they like I request for that, and then they give in a 1 or 2 days the BRD sign off paper, and then the project will move on smoothly. Before it was stuck over there. So
So before the BRD was worked without getting sign off?
no, before the when the like they change the email address, email they change it in a script for the email. We have to change it. So that at that time that paper they not sign it. Changes coming in the email address. I mean.
Okay.
Uh, they have to give the document for changing this thing something, and that is the problem. So we with everybody in the meeting, and then it will fix it.
Oh, okay. So what was your big day in your previous project?
I'm sorry.
What was the happiest day?
It's like when I like mod this or that find it that this is my biggest happiest day.
Oh, okay. Fine, fine. Okay. I'm done with my discussion. So
Uh-huh.
we'll go with the second half, Jyoti, and see what are the gaps and where exactly we need to discuss.
Even my website is closed.
Oh, it's closed?
I stop computer was okay. This I will open it again.
Okay, fine, fine. I'll wait.
Problem for 1 minute.
Sure.
Sorry for that one. And there is confirmation. Yep.
You're back?
Yes, it's coming now again. Sorry for that. Yeah, it's fine now.
So, as you know, like I just listed all the questions that we discussed. So, wherever you have told a good response, I marked it in green, and where you have some gaps or areas of improvements, I have marked it in red. And bolder it is, the more the intensity is. So it's red bold. It means like lot to improve, and green bold is like it was an excellent response, kind of. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm really not sure if you are on this, because your phone symbol is very dull. I don't know if you are on.
So I will go by my.
No, no,
Sorry.
no. If you are able to hear, I'm fine. So let me know if
I am.
raise your hand if at all you are not able to hear.
Yeah, I am good for
Okay,
the.
great, great. So no worries. Let us not change. Okay. Mm, your introduction was not that good. Okay. So I really don't get to know how many years of experience you have in total. I don't think you tell it. I mean, I don't think you were telling that. So, number of years is something, and then you started saying that I have done my masters in India and all. Like, so, so maybe you need to start a bit better, talking about the total number of years of experience, and maybe in somewhere in between, if you would like to talk about your education details, you are free to tell it. But that is not the way of opening the discussion. So I would recommend you to start with your job related thing. Okay, you are going for a .NET developer, then maybe you can say I have got 9 years of experience and I have been doing .NET development for the past 7.5 years, like that. Okay.
Oh.
So first of all, your total experience need to come in. Okay, then if you can make a logical section of the total experience, maybe if you are say claiming as 7 years in total, then you can make a logical bifurcation or section saying that of these 7 years I have been doing uh, manual testing for initial 3 years, and then I matured myself onto automation testing, and I have been doing 4 years automation testing for the past 4 years. Again, this is more tricky. If your job position is more for automation, and they're pretty much looking for a resource who has been doing automation for more than 5 years, if you say this response, it doesn't go in your favor. You should be clever enough to say that uh, you really need not bifurcate or make a section of this. You can say that I have been doing manual and automation for the past 7 years. So you're not really giving a exact dissemination or sectioning of your experience. Okay. So
So I have to give like manual 3 years and automation
it depends.
in
If it is
4 years.
for if you are aspiring for a manual position, then this holds good. But if it's for an automation, then they'll be more interested with people who have a total automation experience. Okay, so you just say I do have exposure for manual testing, and I have been doing automation testing for the past 7 years. Okay, and then you need to connect it with the kind of tools you have been using. Manual is QC and all, and automation what all you have been using. Okay, that is one thing. And then a lot of theoretical, and in your introduction you need not talk on the things which are on the ground. Okay, you need not talk about I have executed the test case, and whatever test case is passed, I am passing the test case, and where the test case is failed, I am logging a defect. This is not not required in your introduction. This is too much of details or ground level details. Okay, we are not trying to tell the whole things or a daily routine and everything in your introduction. So it's a gist, right? Gist or a summary of what you are.
Yeah. Okay.
So too many ground details, and then two theoretical things came in. So you need to check on that. So you basically are trying to tell defect life cycle again. So it's not required. I mean, whenever a test case is executed, and then that is all not
Also
required.
in introduction I don't have to.
Yeah, you yourself just see how it looks like. It's not my my school of thought or something. It's like you are just trying to introduce yourself. So I don't think it makes sense to talk about passing, executing a test case, and passing and failing and all. It doesn't really make sense, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that is something you can check upon, and
Uh-huh.
then at high level it's all like again it's a summary kind of thing that you're talking about, right? So see what best things you can talk about, because maybe you can talk a lot, maybe for 2 hours or 3 hours you can talk about yourself, okay, but what best you
Yeah.
can talk is something that needs to come in here, okay,
Okay.
because nobody has
Thank
that much time or patience to know those many details, so it's all about knowing you in short time.
you. Yeah. Next time I will do it. I will write it smart.
Right. And don't take otherwise. It's all only to help you. Okay.
Yeah. 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 That's. Thank you very much for.
Okay. Then you are good on whatever tools you are talking. You were able to tell the versions and key features in QC and all. That's good. Then object repository and all. So, but still, I'm not that much convinced with the automation exposure you have. Try to talk to a QTP resource and try to see what best you can answer for hybrid framework. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not prepared. Just like
Yeah, so
I
this was
have to
not
prepare.
that convincing.
I
So,
am not.
yeah, the example
Mhm.
I have shown is pretty simple, and I am pretty sure we can use data-driven framework for this and simply put the data in an Excel sheet, in a data sheet, and then take it. But I believe we can do it in a different way using a hybrid framework. So, I have pretty less exposure on the QTP. Otherwise, I could have given you a correct response here. So, that
Okay.
is
I
one
will.
area where you might have to check with QTP resource. I think Anita or someone else, right? You can check
Hmm?
with them.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. I will check.
That is one thing. Then object repository, you are good. It has properties and object identification details. That's good. Then what were you delivering in your previous projects? Okay. So deliverables, when I say or outcomes, it's again the same. Deliverable or an outcome is same. So what exactly you are documenting and giving back is something is point of interest of me here. Okay. So it's not about activity. Okay. So if you are
Okay.
spending like 10 hours in a day, it can be quantified by some means, right? It's not like okay, from morning 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock I have been working. Working is activity, or it's action that you have been doing, but it can be quantified by some means. Either you might have executed 100 test case or 50 test case. So I can make this statement a bit better, saying that I have been working from morning and have executed 50 test cases. So my deliverable for today is test execution status for 50 test cases, right? On the same
Mm-hmm.
lines, if I make the scope a broader one, and now I talked about only on a given day, right? If I make the scope
Huh?
on a project level, okay? You have been spending
Okay.
6 months of time in your project. So what exactly
Mm-hmm.
you are giving back in that 6 months? So maybe you might have authored or designed 1,000 test case or 2,000 test case. You can say my deliverables in my project are like I have designed test cases. So I have prepared a test case document which comprises 980 test cases or 1,000 test cases, whatever it is. That is one deliverable I have given. Second deliverable,
Uh-huh.
when the execution has started, so I went ahead and executed the test cases. So test execution status report is one of my deliverable. Then
Okay.
when you say test execution, it obviously
Mm-hmm.
gives a chance or scope for defects to be raised, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you'll be logging defects. So there should be a one-page document or a report which talks about defects. So you can say defect summary report is one of my deliverable. Okay. Then
Okay.
taking all these things into consideration, you can prepare another single report. Maybe that is called test summary report. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
again, to reiterate or put it in other words, that when I ask such a question, like, or if anyone is asking what were you delivering in your previous projects, you can say, I have been delivering test case document, I have been delivering test execution status report, I have been delivering defect summary report, I have been delivering test summary report. Does it make sense?
Okay. So
Okay.
test case execution, summary report.
Yeah. So basically, test life cycle, right? You start test design, I mean, writing
Yeah.
test cases, and then you execute the test case and defect report, defects, right?
Yeah.
Same, that is all about actions or what you do in your project. Same thing, it has a corresponding report kind of thing or a corresponding document that needs to be generated. It's not again a rocket science here. So whatever you are doing, you are quantifying it with a document name. Okay.
Okay.
So we are saying you are writing test cases, right? So test case document or test design document is one of my deliverable. Then you say you are executing test cases. So test execution status report or test execution summary report is my deliverable.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah,
it's nothing big. Like in test case document, you have like number of test cases designed. Maybe based on their priority and severity, you can give a breakup. I have designed 1,000 test cases. In 1,000 test cases, 300 test cases are priority 1, 200 are priority 2, and next 500 are priority 3. That is high level big picture you get from that particular thing. Then test execution status report. There you get to know, like, out of these 1,000 test cases, how many have been executed. So if it is 800 test cases have been executed, then no run will be 200. And within that 800, how many passed, how many failed, and how many are not completed, how many are blocked. It's an again illustration. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So basically, you understand, right? When I say a report, it's
Yeah.
a
Now
summary
I
kind
am.
of. Okay. So these are all the documents which will quantify your work. And when you say these are the documents I have been delivering, then it really gives an impression that you have really worked on your project. Okay, because everybody who has gone for a testing class, he can talk about test life cycle, he can talk about test design, test execution, and everything. But did he really do that? Is going to be confirmed or checked by such a response. Because if I just Google, even I can know what is test life cycle, and whoever is asking me, I can talk about test life cycle, saying that I write test case and all. But here, if you are a real-time resource, obviously you can definitely tell these things. But since you have only a theoretical background, to make your answer more realistic, you need to have such responses. Okay, you get it, right? No ambiguity on this response, right? Okay, then project model. I believe you are completely stuck when I say what is project model.
Yes.
So you have lot of project models, right? Like project lifecycle models like Agile or V or Waterfall. So that is pretty basic. I mean, even whatever be your profile, whether you are a test engineer or developer or whatever it is, this sits on the top and then only the other things comes into play. Okay, so if you are looking yourself as an IT resource, then first you need to have a big picture or understanding on project model, how the project is operating. Okay, so is it a V model or waterfall model or agile? And it's again not a big deal here. Just Google and see what all these models are about. What is agile? What is V model? What is waterfall? And try to understand what happens in these models and what makes them different.
So I have to tell just one model I worked on, this model, right? Only waterfall or only agile?
Okay, again, it's here a bit of diplomacy is required. So if you are very stringent on your answer, if you just say I worked only on agile, then it might not be that favorable. You can say my previous project is in agile model, but I do have exposure onto V model and waterfall model for my earlier projects. It makes you are multi-equipped.
Yeah, good.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that is one thing. So again, so now if you are trying to claim that your previous project is agile, okay, so that is latest or fresh in your blood, right? So you need to be prepared for a lot more lot more questions and answers on this response. If you are saying V, then you need to be prepared on V. If you are saying waterfall,
Okay.
a lot more follow-up questions comes in. So now you told agile, right? So, but again, I see you don't have much insight onto agile. Okay, so you need to do a lot of homework on this. Okay, what happens in agile and all. Okay,
Next time I will do ready for.
right. So, but at least try to understand the area or the way the questions come in, and then try to see how you can help yourself. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So then, it was very theoretical agile thing, but fine. Even if the theoretical thing is correct, then that is better than saying something wrong. But I believe like you are not very good on the agile. Okay, so first try to come with your theoretical response and correct it. Then let us see how we can make it realistic. Okay, that is a prerequisite. So as long as you have theoretical knowledge, I'm here to make it realistic response. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then have you ever executed the test cases which you have designed? Okay. Design is not, again, don't get confused, or don't take it as a very big word like a design document that developers prepare. In testing arena, design is same as like writing test cases. Okay.
Okay.
So you try to say yourself like, yeah, I never designed test cases, but I wrote the test cases, but they both mean the same.
Okay. I thought that design document I have to prepare something like that.
Right. So that is pretty much more onto development team, I understand. But this design, what we are referring when I say test design and all, it is more on test case authoring or test case writing. And for an automation resource, it's more near actually. Okay, it doesn't make really sense for manual testing, but it's very near to automation. But whether it is automation or manual, test case design always refers to test case writing. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Or test design phase is always referring to test case writing. Rather than saying test case design, I can say test design refers to test case writing or test case authoring. Okay. Then that is one thing. And then limit your response related to bugs or defects only as defect. Okay. We don't have a bug tab in QC, right? We have defects tab, right?
Yeah, defect tab.
I understand both might be related and both might have same purpose, but bug has its own definition and defect has its own definition. So let us talk about only one thing. Okay. Let us talk only defect.
Okay.
And when these two things comes into your mind, just think about QC. Do I have bug tab or defect tab in QC? Whatever be the response, accordingly you can use. Okay. Bug is more actually on the development team, so let us not use on the testing. Okay. Okay. And again, these all things will really say whether you are a real-time resource or a theoretical resource. So all small things, but again, I'm just trying to make an excellent response. That's it. So that is where I'm bringing all these tiny things.
In withdrawn words, I was like not remember. I know, but I was.
Yeah. So like, you were just saying like if developer is rejecting, then you will close the defect finally, right? There, the correct action would be withdrawing the defects. Okay.
Yeah, I know, but I don't get this name withdrawn. These words I forgot.
No. This all good. How many test cases? That's fine. Smoke testing, sanity testing, you are good. So this one 5/10 you said. So I did not go further.
Yeah, because I'm not prepared for database. I thought that you asking a lot of questions.
Okay. So that's easy way to escape, right? 5/10.
Yeah.
But anyway, once you are ready for your next mocks and all, try to tell something on 7/10 and you need to justify. It's not like Praveen told to 7/10. because
Yeah, yeah,
something
yeah.
like 5
I
upon 10
know.
is something making yourself as a right, not a right candidate. Okay.
Yeah, 7 is fine.
Yeah. No, I'm not dictating the answer, but that should be your comfort level finally. Okay.
Yeah, I understand.
This one, that's fine. We did not check about that. Project hierarchy, again, just check on this. It was not convincing.
Yeah.
Test manager,
Mm-hmm.
test lead, and all. You can just Google or just look into any document. You should be able to get.
Okay, yeah,
This
I will
challenge and all.
do it.
This one, right?
Mm-hmm.
This was, I'm not really getting what exactly was your challenge and what was your mitigation for that.
Like,
So,
I was telling like requirements and this
you talked about
changing in
some
the.
email ID got changed and lot many things, but it was not convincing or no, I could not really get it. Okay. So,
Okay,
try to get it.
time I.
You just try to, okay, one suggestion. Whatever you are trying to answer for this, put it in a pen and put it in a paper. Read it to
Mm-hmm.
yourself. If you think it's good or polished or refined, then
Mm-hmm.
make changes accordingly. If you think it needs to be improved, then try to refine it. But I personally feel like it's not
Yeah.
convincing. Okay.
Maybe I can tell I wrote test plan or framework something, right?
That is again your deliverable or your daily action. But this is here we are talking about challenge.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, I will think about that.
Okay. That's one thing, and one general feedback what I would like to give is like your responses were a bit vague. Okay, you need to be very specific. Uh, there were a couple of instances I see like you are giving very vague responses rather than quantifying statements. That is one thing you need to check.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
and then you have a
And
little bit of MI, okay, mother tongue influence.
I'm sorry.
Mother tongue influence is what I am
Hello.
saying. Hello, you are able to hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Second thing I
Yeah,
wanted to
Praveen.
tell was you have a little bit of MI, mother tongue influence. In this, maybe you can improve on that. So that will help you.
Okay.
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 So yeah,
You.
that's all I have. So any specific question you wanted to discuss, or I'll be sharing this document to you, Jyoti. You can go over and see
Mm-hmm.
where you can improvise your responses, and then you can take
Okay.
it from there.
So can you? Are you sending me in the email?
Yeah, I'll be sending this in email. Whatever is there in your this thing. The invite thing is there, right?
Okay.
I'll be sending on that.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So, you have any specific question
Thank.
or any ambiguity on the topics that we discussed today?
No, that's fine, Praveen. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah, not a problem.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let
No.
me just open the forum for any other questions, and then I'll conclude.
Okay.
So, anyone in the forum has any questions? Please raise your hand before I conclude. Nice. Okay, I see everybody is good. No questions. So, okay, Jyoti, thanks for your time. And thanks to each one of you on the
Okay.
forum.
Thank you very much, Praveen.
Yeah, no
Thanks.
problems.
And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not ready too much. So.
No, don't
Okay.
worry. Nothing to worry. We are all here to help only. So,
Yeah, for smoke, so I will give it. So it's fine. And thank you very much. Okay.
yeah, no problems.
Thanks. Good night.
Yeah, good night. Good night to each one of you.